down for sleep, and you know what, I just want to get in like 20 minutes of movement just to feel myself, get the body moving. And this was a class that I did with the community over at LPF last week. We absolutely loved it. It was such a great Pilates session. So what you're going to need is just a little set of light weights. I want you to pop them at one end of the mat, and then we're going to walk all the way down to the opposite end. So just have a nice big stretch, landing through your feet. Big deep breath in. Big stretch up and overhead. Bring your hands together and then drag them down through heart center. And take a really big forward fold, stretching right through the backs of those legs. When we get to the mat, I want you to start to walk your hands forward so that you can find a nice high plank position. Getting really strong through your quads, because that's going to help you in this position. And then really tense through the belly. Pull that belly up towards your spine. Really nice. Take a big inhale, and then as you exhale, hike your hips up towards the sky. Feel that really big stretch right down the backs of the legs. See if you can take that chest towards the thighs. Good. We're going to start by warming up that right side of the body. So can you lift your right leg all the way up? Bend your knee and bring it towards your nose as you shift into your high plank position. Pike those hips up just a little bit to create some static space to step that foot in between your hand. And then from here, if you can, I want you to pull up through that center, take your hands to temples, and then just lift up about 3/4 of the way. Really nice. Notice how your belly pulls off your thigh. Then I want you to hinge forward, bring that belly a little bit close to the thigh. So we're opening up and closing through the front of the body here. And if you want to, if it's too much to have hands to temples, you can place your hands on your hips for a little bit of feedback. But we're just sort of warming up a little bit through that glute by asking it to stabilize in this position. Really nice. Alrighty. From here, we are going to stop about halfway down. Can you shift more weight into your front foot? Take your hands from hips or temples, and then I just want you to reach them all the way forward. Good work. Then from here, can you tuck the arms and legs into the body, nice and strong, and then step it all the way out. Good. Now from here, think about that belly lifting up and in, and you've got all that weight balancing on that front leg. This glute is working overdrive as we take the arm and leg away from the center of the body. Big, beautiful reach. Perfect. Now we're not going too fast, we're definitely not going too slow, but we are going to add on just a little bit. So the next time, can you reach your arm and leg away from the body? Good, and then just go for a little leg lift at the back there. So it's lifting up the toe, lowering it back down. Beautiful work. Can you reach the arms a little bit stronger? See if you can get those biceps by the ears. Just working that back leg for 3. Awesome work. Good, last rep. Tap your toe down to the ground. Take your hands to your hips. Then from here, I want you to lift up the spine so that you become vertical. Really nice. Let's go for some vertical split squats. So, see if you can drop your back knee down to the ground nice and slow, and then squeeze it all the way up to the sky. Good work. So we're just getting a nice range through that front quad, getting that back knee as low as you can towards the floor. Perfect work. So this is technically our warm-up here. It might feel a little bit strong, and when we do our second set, we will be picking up the light weights. If that doesn't feel good for you, just stick to body weight today. You know, see how the body feels. Let's relax a little bit through here, shoulders. You don't want to pull them too close up towards the ears. That sometimes happens when we're feeling like we're under tension or a little bit of stress. Come all the way down on the next rep and hold. Find a little bit of a pulse, a little bit of heat burning through those legs. Nice, you've got that zip happening right up through the center. Good, we're going to hang down at the bottom. This gets a little tricky. It's like a tippy bird variation. It's just going to get through glute and quad. So stay with me, right? We're going to stay down in 3, 2, 1, hold. Get a little lower than you think that you can. Perfect. Now I want you to begin to shift your weight forward into that front leg again. In that starting position, remember when we started with our hands at temples? Then I want you to bend your back knee, transfer that weight back into your back foot. So we transfer the weight forward, we lengthen the back leg. Beautiful. Little pinch between the shoulder blades, stay long and strong through the spine. Beautiful work. Are you getting a tiny little burn or strength right through that front leg? We're moving slow. It's quite steady here. Good job. Let's do 2 more. Lean it back. Good. Lean it forward. 1 more time. I want you to lean back. Beautiful work. We're going to hinge it forward for the final time. Beautiful stuff. Take hands from hips. Frame your front foot. Step it back into your high plank position. Perfect. Let's pull those hips all the way up towards the sky. Find that pike. Does your leg feel nice and warm? I hope that it does. Maybe you want to give those feet a little bit of a pedal out. Let's come into stillness and do the same thing on that left side. So big reach of that left leg. Perfect. Knee towards the nose. Step it in between the hands. Good work. Even off the hips, so pull that left hip back into its socket. Get strong through your right quad. Then take the hands to temples. And then find that little lift through the chest. So it's like the belly is meeting the thigh. And then you lift the chest up off. Nice. So you've got about 80-90% of the way in that front foot. So if you were staying down nice and low, you could almost take that toe off the floor if you wanted to. It's only giving you just a touch of support. Nothing huge. Perfect. Hips in line, belly in, strong through that upper body. Perfect. Now, let's lift it up about halfway. Reach the arms away from the body and then get ready. We're going to tuck it all in nice and tight into a little ball. Bring those 2 feet together and then reach the arms and legs away from the center. Resist the urge to step back onto that back foot and give your front leg a break. If you can, I want you to stay strong in that upper body. So big reach, tuck it in. Nice. Tiny little fairy tap with your back toe. Now you'll probably feel a difference from one side to the other. I find that this side sings a little bit earlier than the opposite side. Totally normal for you to have one side completely different to the other. It's no problems. Alrighty, let's go for that big reach. Nice work. Lean it forward. Nice. Take your hands from overhead or your temples. Come all the way up into your vertical position. Gonna get that other knee down to the ground. Little kiss. Squeeze it up to the top. Now, cheeky little front leg here. Sometimes to make it easier, it will sort of pull forward. I want you to do the opposite, where you're pulling it right back into the socket, and that way you're going to get the most out of this move. Now some people find that they're a little bit tight in their quads and can't quite get their knee back to the ground. That's okay, don't force it, but work on your mobility. So think about going down to your point of control and then coming all the way up. We can always reframe what's going on in the mind. Sometimes we can be in a bit of a fixed mindset where we think, I can't do that, that feels really hard. Or we can see it as an opportunity to learn, grow and develop. I'm always saying that to the girls in the community. We have an opportunity to learn, to get better. Let's see if we can make the most of that opportunity by coming down and finding your pulse. Even if it feels a little bit uncomfortable, trust in your body. It's going to be okay. Good. Take a big deep breath in. Let go of anything that kind of just feels a bit icky, doesn't serve you. Let that oxygen go through the body. Perfect stuff. You're doing so well. All right, get that back knee a little bit lower. Why? Because we're working towards our tippy bird variation. So let's get low. Tiny little bit lower. Good, that's where you want to be. Let's hinge it forward. Transfer that weight into that front foot. Then bend your back knee into that low split squat position. Good. Hinge forward. Transfer that weight. Pull this hip back. Relax the shoulders. Pinch the shoulder blades together. 4 more reps. That's all you got. Good. Big lean. Back knee drops down. 3 to go. You can do it. Don't tell yourself any other stories about I can't, this is hard. Just say, I'm here, I'm now doing my best. Perfect. We've got 1 more. Let's lean it forward, hinge it forward, hold. Reach your beautiful hands down to the ground. Frame that foot, step it back into your high plank. Let's go for 1 pike position, just so that you can really feel that stretch down the back of that leg. And then let's hinge it forward. We're going to work a little bit into the upper body before we grab our nice little weights. So if you need to, we're going into a bit of a tricep push-up situation. So option 1, drop those knees down to the ground, untuck the toes, keep the hands underneath the shoulders and give your glutes a squeeze. You're going to bend at the elbows, keeping them hugging into the body. Nose goes forward of the hands, then you press all the way back up. Need a little bit less, walk those knees in underneath, and do the same thing. Pull the belly in, take the nose forward of the hands, press all the way up. But if you want to layer this up, if you want to go next level, try your next rep by extending 1 leg long. Take it down to the floor, push it all the way up. Perfect stuff. Really focus on getting strong through the upper part of the body, also through your core. Now you might be at this point where you want to go 2 legs lifted. Squeeze everything, your quads, your core. That's it, shoulders. Squeeze it in together. You got it. Take that nose down to the floor. Press all the way back up. Friend, we've got one more rep. Stay with me. Big push. Park your hips all the way to the sky. This is where things change just a little bit. Round 2. Let's lift that right leg up again. Bend that knee, tug and curl it in towards the nose. Lift the hips to step it in between your hands. This time, if you want a little more space, please grab your little light weights. Okay, from here, instead of taking your hands to temples, we are going to just lift up, bring those weights up in line with the knee, pull through the shoulder blades, stay strong there, then lower back down, that mid shin. There you go, we lift and lower. So we've just added a tiny little bit more tension, a little bit more weight into the hands, into the upper body, as we're doing this same sort of move. Again, just as effective when we do body weight. Perfect. Now, if you want to, go just a little bit more. I want you to roll the arms into the body. Nice. We're going to step that back foot forward, keep the weight in your right foot. Now, instead of pressing overhead, this time we're going to go for a tricep kick back. Step the foot back, no pressure on that back foot. Extend the arms long, fold it forward. Perfect. Oh, my friend. We're starting to work the backs of those beautiful arms, which is exactly what we did in that tricep situation when we were doing our push-ups. Make sure your hips are in line, because we are going to hold it back and we're going to get into that front leg. We're going to get into the quad of your moving leg and we're going to get into those beautiful triceps. Let's take it back, no pressure in that back foot. Can you lift the back foot and lift the arms just a little bit? Tap them down. It's a tiny little pulsing move. Ooh, that standing leg working so hard. I am sweating like you wouldn't believe. How good is a short and sharp workout? All the workouts in the LPF method are 30 minutes or less. We're busy women, we don't have long. So we make them as effective and efficient as possible. All right, we got one more. Big lift. Step the feet together. Stay in like that tiny little chair pose. Give your hips a little tilt forward so that your hips and ribs connect. Can you take your hands, weighted or unweighted, by your side? Let's just go for a little push overhead. Nice work. Well done. So you've got both feet in for support, okay? But if you want to go a little extra, friend, I'm going to invite you to step that same moving leg back as you press overhead. Oh, it gets strong there, doesn't it? It gets stronger through the middle because you're taking an arm and leg away from your midline, away from that core position. It's got to work really hard to keep you in alignment. All right, you got one more. Take your leg up and overhead. This time, place some weight into that back foot. Reach the hands down by your side. We go for a bicep curl and a split squat. So back knee comes down, fold the arms up. You, my friend, are amazing. We just have a tiny little bit to go, and then we swap over to the other side, and you're almost done. Right? It doesn't take long to have a fast, effective, and efficient workout. Good. 3 reps. Back knee down as low as you can get it. Awesome. Legs take it to the bottom. Find your pulses. Weights at your shoulders. Yeah, you can. So we have that tippy bird variation. We're going to add in a tricep extension if you want to go there. So begin to take the hands down into what I call Barbie arms. They're in a 90-degree position and hold that pulse. Perfect. Shift your weight forward. Lengthen the arms, straighten your back leg. Bend it all the way back in. Oh, yes. Friend, you are strong and you are smart for making it to the mat. We're making it count. You came here to get something and I want you to get it. Good work. Perfect stuff. We're going to switch it over. Other side. We're going to take a little breather in between and go for a little chair pose. One more time. Hinge your back. Step both of your feet together. Place the weight evenly into both feet. Tuck that tailbone under. Get strong through the core. Hands by the ears to start. Overhead press. Well done. Big press up and overhead. Get a little lower. Now if this doesn't feel great, come all the way up into a high position and press the weights up and overhead. Give the glutes a squeeze. Lock down through those ribs. There is always an option. Sometimes when we're working on our core stability, if it's not quite in action, the the lower back can take a little bit of load, and that never feels really good. So we always want to protect ourselves and keep our form in check. Let's go one more big rep, big push, reach all the way up and overhead. Take those legs back to your chest. My friend, can you step the right foot back? Perfect. Lengthen your weights down so that they start at your knee. We've got to have a little hinge. So take the weights down the back mid-shin, lift all the way up. My heart is racing. I'm doing the best to keep it calm, cool and collected. Telling my mind and my body it's not as stressful as what we're making out. Big deep breaths will help with that. And it's going to get all the oxygen where it needs to be in the muscles that are working pretty dang hard. Yes, they are. Good. One more time. Let's take it down. Full rep. Then I want you to come up half to 3/4 of the way. Row those arms into the body. Step your right foot in, but don't put too much weight into it. Tricep kick back and tap back. Beautiful flow, right? It's all about the flow. Try to keep your mind on the mat in this 20 to 25 minutes. I want you just to be in this space and be present. It's so nice not to have to think about all the things on the to-do list other than tricep extension, tap the toe. All I want you to do. Ooh, friend, you are so strong. We're going to take it back. We're going to tap it back, hold. Can you go for the leg lift a lot? Tiny lift those weights. Now it's really important here that your hips are not skew with, is what my mum would say. I want you to pull them into alignment. Stay strong, gentle bend in that standing leg. Lift and lower. Perfect. Oof. Not long. 1 to 2 exercises, and then we're just about there. Happy days, as I would say to the team when we're close to the end of our workout. Big lift up, squeeze, hold. Slowly step that foot back, place an even weight into it. Let's go. Split squat with the bicep curl. Yes. How you feeling? Hopefully you're getting a beautiful burn in, I don't want to say more Pilates to burn, but it's that really nice, I'm moving my body feeling. Okay, it's not to say that you're not working hard if you're not getting it, but it's just sometimes a really nice feeling that you get when you do a strong class. All right, time for those pulses. Let's take it down. Hold pulse. Take those weights up to the shoulders. We're just about there. Tiny little set of triceps to go, and then you are done, my friend. We've worked upper and lower body. A little bit of core in there as well. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Tippy bird. Ooh. Bend those arms back in. Go for it. Can you see if you can get just a tiny millimeter lower in that back leg? Relax your upper body, relax your mind, and tell yourself you're just about there. You're so close to the finish line. We might as well finish strong. You've made the time to make it to the mat, and I want you to get out everything you came for. Good. 2 reps. Big reach, extend. 1 more time. Find that extended position. Good. Slowly bring those hands down by the shins. Place your weights down in front of your mat. Frame your front foot. Step back. High plank. Oi, oi, oi. We are so close. Now we go for our final little set of push-ups. Can you shift yourself forward and pick your option? Option 1, toes untucked, knees to the floor, and then you bend the elbows in, push all the way up. Option 2, have one knee down, lift one leg, and then take your nose to the floor. Try and remember which leg you did on the other side as well. That way, you're going to know it's nice and even. Doesn't matter if it's not, you'll be fine. Alrighty, option 3, you're going for the big guns. You come up, you get strong in your quads, strong in your core and strong in your mind. Take the nose to the floor. Big press all the way up. Big 2 reps to go. 1, awesome. Final 1, 2, press all the way up. Drop your knees to the floor. Take a big child's pose. So big toes together and reach it all the way back. So nice. Begin to deepen your breath and take your forehead down to the floor and really stretch and open up through the upper body. Nice. Take a big deep breath in. Slow breath out through your mouth. Perfect. Walk your hands in towards the body. And what you do is just scooch your feet out to one side and then come into a nice little seated position. From here, Place your feet flat on the floor, turn your fingers away from you, just lift up strong through the chest, nice and proud. Lift up the hips, take opposite ankle to knee and come down for your figure four. Now as you lower your bum down, you might find that you get a bit of a stretch, even if it's here. I just want you to work through that a little bit dynamically. Otherwise, drop the bum to the floor and then open up through the chest, get tall through the spine, and then it could be good to rinse out from side to side. Again, if this doesn't feel good, you can actually do this one lying on your back as well. When you're ready, let's reverse that and go on to the other side. Good work. And slowly lower down. See, these workouts, sometimes we get in our head and we think, you know what, if I've only got 10 or 15 minutes, I don't have enough time. You don't need a long time to have an effective workout. I promise you that. Take your feet into a nice little cross-legged position if that is comfortable for you. Just place your palms face up into a seated position. Big shoulder roll all the way up, back and down. Grow as tall as you have all day. Close down your eyes and just take a big, big breath in. As you exhale, I want you to exhale anything that isn't serving you. Big breath out, leave the body. Nice. On this next inhale, I want you to say one thing that you are proud of that you did today. Is it making it to the mat? Is it doing the full rep? Is it maybe getting that back knee a little closer to the ground? Is it just showing up when you thought that you couldn't? Whatever it is, take a big deep breath in and smile to your dial. Big breath out, seal that wonderful positive thought and remind yourself that anytime you make it to the mat and you are giving it as much as what you've got that day, you're doing something for both your mental and your physical health. It isn't just all about that body composition change. I want to remind you that you are absolutely amazing both inside and out, and thank you for joining me on the mat today, and I look forward to seeing yourself a little bit more. If you want more info on my workouts or any of the other programs that I offer, you can jump on my website www.lyndseyparkinsonfitness.com. Alright my friends, I'll see you in the next one.